oh, I like it. Oh, oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, oh, I like it. Oh, I like it. Oh, oh, I like it. Yeah, yeah. Ferry trip. We're free. The holiday officially begins. My mother would hate this because it's very rocky. It's fun. I like it. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, ooh, I like it. How do you know a Brit is on a beach? It's fucking raining! Still, look how pretty! It's so pretty! Hi! And then our house is literally just here. So we walk through. Quite cold actually. But yeah, we'll be coming back here in a bit. And this is our house. So, beach, house. Ta-da! This is... Where's the telescope? We were promised a telescope. Oh, it's a pull, not a push, idiot. So yeah, like this is the little porch outside into, thank you, kitchen, laundry, child's bedroom, sofa, living room, TV. I highly doubt that's going to really be on much. Yeah, little kid's bedroom. And that. Then books that we will be checking out. Let's judge them harshly. Lots of things I've never heard of. So yeah, little bathroom. Just a standard little bathroom. This is going to be my room because it's very dark. And these lights are so cool because you can turn them on and obviously they're lights, but you've got hue, so you can change like the colour of the room. So you can have them like a yellowy, you can have them more bright, or like bright yellow, or like, yeah, you can have them different hues and then different dimmers and brightnesses. And then the other bedroom that probably Ren will have is this one. And it's nice because it would be nice to have this room because you get the sound of the waves and the ocean, but I'm also like, I know I just wouldn't sleep if I had that. And then, yeah, it opens up onto the beach. Should we head back and let that guy join his family, if that is his family? Bye bye.
Goodbye, penguins. I will have nightmares about you. So many nightmares.
Hello from Kangaroo Island. We are on our first of 2 mornings. Originally we were going to do 3 days, we then decided to just do the 2. Did I see Ren? No, I don't. They went for a walk. Yeah, so we were going to stay till Thursday, and then we decided we were actually going to head home on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, and just do the sort of 2 nights. We got here pretty okay. The ferry was a little bit not fun. At parts it was quite rocky and it got quite like seasicky at a couple of points, so that wasn't the best. But it was really nice to be on a boat. I definitely prefer boat travel to a lot of other travels. I tried to like get the sea in the background. Like there's the beach. We get down by behind me to the side here. There's like a little walkway that goes down to the beach. That is where Wen has gone. I'm sitting on this chair. It's a bit wet from yesterday still. Ew. Oh my god. That isn't the chair that I was just sitting on, was it? I just sat on a wet chair. That's disgusting. So yeah, we are here. We got here pretty fine. We got to the cabin, only we realised neither of us had phone signal and we couldn't work out the Wi-Fi, and so we were like, you know, typing in everything that was on the Wi-Fi. Nothing was working and we were like, shit. So we ended up getting back in the car and going for a drive to Kingscote, which is like the main sort of town on the island. And it was still very, very small, very, very tiny. It had like 1 supermarket and like all the cafes were shut because it was a Monday, and apparently everywhere's shut on a Monday, and we were like, for God's sake. But we found this little place called Amanda's Place to Eat. And as we'd left the house and we hadn't eaten since like 8 o'clock in the morning and it was now like 2 in the afternoon, we were like, right, let's just get some food. So we both got food. Ren managed to get enough signal to message the owner of where we're staying, and I was then like, well, if you reset your phone, sometimes it can like reboost everything, and they did, and they were like, holy crap, we should have done this back at the cabin. But it was still nice, we got to go for a little drive. Unfortunately, when we got here, it had started raining, and it basically rained from like 1 in the afternoon all the way through to about 7 o'clock at night. So we were a bit like, ugh, by that. We eventually made it back to the cabin. The guy got in touch with us and was like, oh, and then we got an email that we both were like, this probably should have been sent when we made the booking, and seems like it was forgotten, because it had all sorts of like, before you arrive, make sure you do this is the information about the house. And we were kind of like, could have done with that like 6 hours ago when we were checking everything. So we eventually got back to the cabin about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and we were like, right, okay, unpack, chill out. By the time we did all of that, it was about 6. The rain had started to ease up. It wasn't great, but it had started. And so I quickly made up a curry for dinner. We had like this butter chicken curry thing, and I made a veggie version for Ren, chicken for me. I decided to go for a walk down to the beach and started to like collect shells, and I'm quite scared of the ocean. I'm scared of the things in the ocean. On beaches I tend to not go in the water, except for maybe like a tiny little like get my feet wet and splash. So I was doing that, I was collecting shells. I saw Ren was watching me from here, and I was down on the sand, and I was like, come join me. So they came down, joined me, and we spent probably an hour in between like cycles of rain. We just spent an hour like playing around in the water, collecting shells. And basically my plan is I'm gonna make a little jar. I found a jar in the kitchen, so I'm gonna take that jar, put some sand from the beach here in it, add in the shells, and then make like a little terrarium of this beach. And it's kind of like a thing I want to do whenever we go to a beach, is collect the sand, so I can have like a little collection going. I'm not really sure how well that's going to travel back to England, but I guess I'll find out. And then we came back, we had dinner, and I was so distracted through dinner because I noticed when we came back that over in this little patch here, I'll show you, over here where you can see this little like red flower, right next to it, I kept noticing, hearing something, and when I looked, it looked like there was sand being flung, like sort of going, and I was like, oh my god, something's there. Didn't know what it was, just knew something was there, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. So during dinner I came out again to see if I could see what it was, and I was like, at first I thought it was like a mammal, and then I realised it was a penguin, because there are penguins on this part of the island. It's one of like 8 places in the whole of Australia where there's penguins. And I was like, oh my god. So I like crept back to the living room, and I was like, right. And so they came out, and we were watching this little penguin. And then we went back in, finished dinner. We started watching Princess and the Frog, thinking stupidly that that was going to be our night and that we were going to sit and watch that and go to bed. After the frog thing, we both kind of, the penguin thing, we both kind of just finished our dinner as quickly as we could. We went back down to the beach once it got dark, around about 9 o'clock, well, about 8:30. We went down to the beach, we walked for a little bit down to, again from here you can see, everything's within walking distance. You can see here there's a jetty going out, so, and there's some like rocks to the side of it coming down here. So we went down there, we went onto the beach, walked around the water to here, and we were looking for penguins because, you know, that's what we were told would be there at that time of night. And we didn't see anything. Then all of a sudden, as we walked past this bit, these like horrific noises started up that sounded like, Ren freaked out and was like, what in the demonic possession is that? And I was like, oh, that must be the penguins. And then we heard like one calling from the sea. I went down towards the sea to see if I could see it, which with the blind naked eye, it was really difficult to see and I couldn't work it out. But using my camera, because it's got a really good night lens, it was able to pick up enough that I eventually managed to spot where it was. And I was like, oh my god, there's a little penguin. It's not the best photo, it's not the clearest, but this is the photo of this little penguin, and it's so cute. So yeah, we got excited about that, and then we started walking back and we noticed how beautiful the stars were. There were planets that we could see really clearly, like Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter and Venus were really clear last night, and then we were like, okay, let's just go back to the cabin, maybe finish watching our film. We did go back in with the intention. We watched about another 15 minutes of it. I was sat with like my shells from earlier in the day, washing them off, getting all the sand out of them so I could see all the proper details of them. And then all of a sudden we heard these noises and it was like, oh my God, that's directly outside. So I came out onto the deck and there were 2 penguins literally in these bushes just behind me here. There were 2 calling, and then our little one over there was calling back. And it was like they were in competition with each other to see who could scream the loudest. And it was like, I think it was a male and a female because the call and response was different, and it just kind of felt like it was like almost mating calls, because it was like she would make a noise and then he would respond by being bigger and louder, and they were just between them getting louder and louder and louder until one eventually just went and gave up. And it was like, I was fascinated. I was having the best night of my life, because at that point we then came out onto the deck and we stayed on there for about another half an hour. There were bats flying around, there were the penguins making all of their noises. The sky was the most beautiful sky I have ever seen in my life. I've never seen the stars like that, and at one point I was crying because I was just so overwhelmed by how beautiful and how gorgeous the world is. And obviously as an ecologist, it was like a dream seeing my first wild penguins, having the bats, the sky, the sea, everything just came together so beautifully, and I was just in tears. Like, this is just so overwhelmingly beautiful. I was also laughing so hard because every time the penguins started up, Ren was just freaking out. Like, they were really genuinely freaked out by these things. At one point they described the penguins as sounding like raptors from Jurassic Park. I mean, they were laughing at me at things as well, because like there were strange like noises coming from the ocean, as if something really big was like trying to splash out of it. And I was just like, I don't like that. Whatever that thing is that's about to come out and eat us can just stay in the ocean. So we each had our own fears that we found quite amusing, but we stayed outside for a while. We got to watch the stars, have a beautiful night. Photos can't do it justice. I can't describe just how gorgeous it was. It was such a magical night. So then it got to like 11 p.m. We were like, let's go to bed. I had to go on a mosquito killing spree because for some reason my bedroom had like 6 mosquitoes in it. So I was like going on a bit of an annihilation spree, because mosquitoes definitely love me. I haven't avoided being bitten, even though I was using the mosquito repellent and I was using the spray. I've been bitten. I've got a feeling it was during the night. I might have missed one. So yeah, I've got a few new ones on my leg that are starting to come up, that are not as bad as the first ones I had. We went to bed. Ren fell asleep about 11. I fell asleep about half 11. And then my night of not great stuff happened. I got woken up at half 12 by my stomach. I ended up having a really bad flare-up during the night of IBS, and I got woken up like 4 different times because of it. And then that obviously triggered my anxiety a little bit, because I was like, today we had plans to go on we had to leave by 9 a.m. in order to get to the Hudson Wildlife Sanctuary, I think it's called, Hanson Wildlife Sanctuary, for a koala and bushfire walk, where they were talking about the koalas and how the bushfires impacted the island 4 years ago and how it's still in regeneration. We had that at 10:30, and then we were going to go to Flinders Chase, which is like this amazing beach with these amazing rock formations. We were going to go there, and then we were going to go like hang out there for the day, and then we had another walk at that wildlife place this evening, where it was like a nighttime mammal walk to see like koalas, kangaroo, echidna, thing like that. Because for a place called Kangaroo Island, it's definitely got the right name considering how many dead kangaroos we saw. We haven't seen any live ones yet. Ren saw a wallaby this morning when they were having breakfast. I was still in bed dying. But also when I told Ren this morning, the night I'd had, they were kind of like, oh thank God, because they were so tired from all of the driving yesterday. They were just like, I just want a rest. So it actually ended up being a good thing that I had a bad night, because we ended up not going anywhere this morning, and so it meant I could catch up on some sleep, Ren could chill out and rest and do some reading. They've now gone for a little walk down to the beach. I might try and join them because everything seems to have settled down, all my meds seem to have kicked in. So I think if I go down for a little walk on the beach where we're so close, it will be a good test for my stomach to see if we are good, because if I do feel well enough, we're still considering going to the evening walk. The day walk, we did call them, Ren called them, and they have moved it to tomorrow morning. So fingers crossed we have a good night tonight and we can go in the morning. And we'll do Flinders Chase tomorrow before we have to head off to the ferry. But then the plan for today now is just basically have a really relaxed day. We may go down to Stokes Bay, which is about a 20-minute drive from us. I'm going to do some exploring there. And then, yeah, I think I saw somewhere that either on Emu Bay, which is where we are, or Stokes Bay, I read somewhere that there's fossils, so I kind of want to go on a fossil hunt, not gonna lie. So yeah, that's basically the plan today now, is to chill. We're not sure exactly what we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, I am sat here on a wet chair from yesterday because it did not stop raining most of the day, and I was like, oh, how very British. So I'm going to head off, go get dressed, go get changed, maybe go down to the beach and see if I can find Ren, and I will speak to you guys. Well, there's probably going to be some more clips of day 2, and then I'll come back and I will see you guys soon. Touching everything again. Whatever ghosts are down there, we're just visiting and we respect you. Please don't say hi. Whoa.
Pretty much what we said.
So we have this person who is, you know, t-shirt, shorts, like almost waist high. Meanwhile, it's actually kind of cold. There is. See? Even the other people said it's cold. It's cold. And the water is beautiful, but very, 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 very cold. Oh, tippy tappy, and that is it. Oh, no, no, no! Absolutely not! The water is so clear. Like, how clear? Hi!
Hello.
I have no idea how the wind's gonna work right now, and if it's like, we're in somewhere a bit shaded and sheltered, but who knows? It's on your hat now.
It's on my hat.
There's a ladybird on Ren's stuff.
It loves me because I saved it from being too sandy.
So yeah, we are at the beach that last year was voted Australia's #1 beach, Stokes Bay. Both of us, like, well, this keeps happening, that we both keep saying the thing that the other one is thinking. And it's 99% I keep saying what Ren's thinking, which is really freaking me out.
To be.
It's quite cool today. It's only about 21 degrees. And the real feel is kind of more like, it is so windy that it's actually more like 16, 17. So it's been kind of weird going into the water that at first was freezing cold. Still not as cold as the water back home. So still an improvement. And then, you know, I'm in the water, but I'm wearing my hoodie because it's too cold to not wear it. I mean, someone didn't have that problem. Someone just went straight in, thigh deep, and I was like, what the hell?
Australian, baby. Born and bred for this.
I was just like, no. So, but then I had that like thing of I was wearing my hoodie, so I was then really warm, but when I took it off, I was too cold. And then I decided to play around with my camera because my phone does really good underwater photography. And I don't put it under as much these days because, you know, it is 4 years old now, nearly 5 years old, so I don't want to push it too far. But I did do a little bit of underwater photography stuff and it came out really, really, really well. Unfortunately, I then decided to take it to the waves, and I thought it'd be really cool to get footage of like as the waves hit and get them to hit the camera. Which meant I was looking at the camera, not at the waves, and one in particular just came right up the entirety and like just soaked my shorts. And it was like so well placed that it kind of looked like I peed myself. So I'm actually recording this with no shorts on. Like I'm just in my underwear and I've got a little towel wrapped around my legs to like, we're also behind some rocks, so it's not like we're in full view of the public.
No one can see us.
Plus, if someone did say something, I'd be like, people wear bikinis, I'm wearing my knickers, it's the same thing. Well, we're just kind of waiting for my clothes to currently dry, because you can see, like my hoodie that got a little bit wet, and then my trousers that got absolutely drenched. They are just chilling out on the rocks for a bit, and then we're chilling out on the floor.
Yeah.
But we brought a lunch with us, like,
Kirsty made it and it was absolutely amazing. I gobbled the whole thing up. She was like, you sure like this might be too much food for you? And I'm like, no, I'll eat it. I ate it.
So basically it was like just rice with smoked salmon and sweet corn, and then we bought some chips and dip with us, and one of them is a capsicum and cashew. And for those confused like I was, capsicum is red pepper. So it's like cashew nut and red pepper, like dip for crisps and chips. And I just suddenly had the brainstorm of, I wonder if that would go with it. And so I mixed a little bit up. Ren tried it and was like, oh my God, didn't expect that.
It was really nice.
Yeah, so that's what I did. And I made them like a little rice salad.
So good.
And then for me, I have been really enjoying, there's like this pulled pork stuff that they get here in packets. And I have been having that, and I mix in a little bit of honey and barbecue sauce with it. And it's like, I normally have them with like...
You just broke the rock.
I am hardcore, baby. Ow, I also broke my skin.
Oh, that's less good. I did bring band-aids. I prepared.
Yeah, I won't fall off a big rock that I'm climbing, but I will hurt myself on a teeny tiny one. But yeah, like, it makes up for what I was saying about last night and this morning. This makes up for it. We have decided we're not going to go to the evening walk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling like I could do it, but I don't want to push too hard. And also, by the time we get back, like, it's 40 minutes to get back, and there's a couple of things we saw along the way that we want to stop and get photos of.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be about an hour to get back, and then it's an hour and 15 minutes. Hi.
Oh, it's on the camera! So cute.
And then we've got like an hour and 15 minutes to get to Hanson Wildlife Park, Wildlife Sanctuary. So, and then obviously we got to do the walk that starts at 7:30, finishes about 9, and then it's another hour and 15 back. And we were just like, do we really want to do that when we've got to do that drive again in the morning to do the morning walk? And I said, well, actually, of the two walks, the one that I was most excited for is the koala and bushfire ecology talk. So, and that's the morning one. So we decided we are going to cancel the evening one.
We're still having the most amazing
Yes.
time here, whether we do all of these, like, paid things or not. Actually, the free things that we've done have been the best.
Yeah, like we've both said, like Emu Bay, where we're staying, I've said is now in my top 3 of favourite places I've ever been. And this place, even though, like, we can see why it was voted Australia's #1 beach, like the walk to get here with all the rocks and everything was incredible. Please don't play around with my settings.
Taking a photo of it, it was so cute.
And then we got, like, obviously we're sat here and you can see all the rocks here behind us. Like, the sheer enormity of these rocks, it's hard unless you were here, it's hard to comprehend. It's like I was saying earlier with the stars last night, unless you were there, it's going to be so, like, you can't comprehend it and just how beautiful it was. And it will probably be, I know, I want to, like, I wish I could film the, I can.
Just so everyone can see why we're giggling and smiling so much.
She's so cute. Hi guys. As I'm filming, this little creature is climbing all over the camera and it's so cute. That is why we are smiling. But yeah, so
Don't think that'll work.
lens cap. So yeah, I have collected a little baggie of the sand so I can start making my little sand jars, although I didn't pick anything up from here. So, like, I'm probably just going to dry out this sand because it was a bit wet because obviously we had all that rain yesterday. So I'm going to dry it out and hopefully get more of the white sand, and then I'll put it into a little jar. And then all we're going to do now is, like I said, we've decided to just we're going to go back and just spend the evening chilling out. Ew, what the hell?
But yeah, the sky will be really good tonight too. We had like no clouds today.
Yeah, there's been no cloud cover, which means the sky tonight is going to be even more incredible.
I have my fingers crossed that Kirsty will get to see the Milky Way.
That will be incredible.
Like one of the main things I want. That and the Southern Cross, but that might have to be later.
Southern Cross I've seen like 1 or 2 stars of. I've not seen the full thing. I've just seen a couple of the stars. Like the biggest, like A crux or something like that, I think it's called. So
I just know it is the Southern Cross.
but yeah, it's been really cool, and yeah, like it's been magical. And it's like, yeah, I keep starting to say it and then don't finish it. Like, this is definitely a gorgeous beach, and I can absolutely see why it's the favourite. Like, when we came through the like rock archway, you'll have heard on the audio, both of us were like, whoa. And the guy that was like waiting for us to come through was like, yeah, we said the same thing. Because this morning we were toying with, do we want to go and try and find the area where there's fossils? Because these particular fossils, there's only Emu Bay is one of only 2 places in the world where they can be found. So we were like, do we want to go there, or shall we go to Stokes Bay? And then when we were like trying to find where the fossils were, we saw a couple of locals, and I went up to them and I asked for their opinion, and they both immediately went, go to Stokes Bay. Because they were like, the fossils, they don't tell you the fossils are like halfway up a hill. So it was like that we wouldn't have been able to see them anyway. So yeah, we definitely made the right choice coming here. Got to play in the sand a bit, got to play in the sea. I know I can't punch flies, but I want to punch them. The flies here are so, I hate the flies in Australia. They are so aggressive. They just do not leave you alone. And it's, you know, the UK, you go like that, it buggers off. Here you go like that and they go, come on then, come on. And it's like, I hate them so much. Anyway, yeah, that's just what we've been up to today. That's what we did. Then on the way back, we're going to stop because like there was this big valley where you can see where all the wildfires. You couldn't see it properly from the car, but all of a sudden it was like we could see a little bit, and then all of a sudden there was a gap in the trees, and there was just this massive valley where all it was just all of like the scars and the burnt trees and everything. And we were both like, wow, okay, we're gonna stop there on the way back to take some photos and have a proper look. And then when we get back, I'm obviously gonna start getting my jars put together. Probably we'll end up down on the beach again. And then tomorrow, because today was gonna be Flinders Chase, we've said tomorrow we're gonna do the walk in the morning and then down to Flinders Chase. Yeah. And then just do like, it's gonna be a long car journey back. Yep. Because from Flinders Chase to the ferry is about a 2.5 hour drive, I think.
I will just have lots of snacks and candy will sustain me.
So yeah, that's where we're at today. Probably there's some rock pools on the other side where we came out. When we go back through, there's some rock pools, so as long as we're not dying, we'll go check those out. And then we're gonna head back and then probably just spend the rest of the night.
Dying?
Yeah. I'm gonna go check my trousers, see if they've dried at all. Because it's not really comfortable sitting here in my underwear. We're on a blanket, but it's still not comfortable. But yeah, okay, and the camera is about to overheat, so.
Good timing.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll update you again tomorrow or later or whatever, maybe even once we're back at home. But I will update soon, and I'll speak to you in a bit. hug it? Yeah, I do. I'm walking along the beach and I just look back to find, oh, they're not crouched down now, but they were. We are going to look for penguins, but look at this sunset. Like, this colour is not edited. Look at this. Like, I'm not even joking when I say the sand has been tinted pink, and the water not long ago was also like pink from the sunset. It's just so stunning. You've got, can you see up here? Where am I? That's the moon, and that right there is Venus. So yeah, hopefully today we're both hoping that we will get some photos of penguins, but we're also hoping to see the Milky Way. Ren was saying that on really super clear nights you can see the Milky Way, and it's a new, like, the moon is a tiny little slither right now. It's also been a really clear day. Like, you can see there are no clouds in this sky. Like, it's just been a very clear day. So we are hoping, and we are hopeful that we may get to see some like amazing sights in the sky tonight. It's just getting more and more and more beautiful. Like, oh, they're all the way back there. This is now my absolute favourite place I've ever been. Just, so beautiful. I don't want to leave tomorrow. I wish we were staying the extra night, but alas. But yeah, we're going to hang out here for a little while, see if any penguins come up. Try and get some pictures if we can. We shall see how it goes. Wish me luck. So we are at Hanson Bay Wildlife Sanctuary. We are about to go on a koala and bushfire ecology walk. There are literally no buildings. All that there is a very rough car park and some signs that say wait here. So we're not sure that we're not gonna die. So if anyone finds this is where we are. Please look here for our bodies.
Ooh, the car.
Hey!
Oh god, it's a white van.
Oh,
We're definitely dying.
we're gonna die! Excited!
Probably 8, 9 months old, because she's still carrying him on his back. Maybe 10 months, 10, 12. She's not a very big mother either. Digest it all, so that's why they sleep so much. If you rub this in your hand, you can smell how good the eucalypt is, and it's really good for colds and sore throats. What's this one? This is a new fresh leaf. Now this tree here, it was burnt in the fire. You can see that it's, but it's still living, and that's because its taproot wasn't damaged in the fire, and it will eventually shed off this thick bark. The bark was its protection, but it's growing well and it's starting to shift about.
Wow.
In a couple of years, maybe this tree won't have any of this black bark left on it.
That's amazing. You go, tree.
I see a koala butt. Very good.
Oh, I see a koala butt. It's quite low down.
He is. Sometimes they don't necessarily be right up the top. They can be in the middle, or even when they're walking, they'll sit at the base of a tree and have a rest before they go for a little walk.
Oh, his little foot just dangling.
It's hanging down, yeah, because he's a bit warm.
Oh, hello, beautiful.
Kangaroos have the mothers have 3 babies on the go at once.
Oh, wow.
One's a little embryonic creature. The other one's a little bit bigger. They're both in the pouch. Probably got legs and fur by this stage and can get out. And the third one is by the foot of the mother. So she's still looking after it, and you can still see it pop its head back into the pouch for a drink.
Yeah, those tails are kind of terrifying. Hi. Hi guys. Give up. Cute.
They have on their front hands, we've got 1 thumb, and this bit here, they've got 2 thumbs, and then that gap.
Oh
And then
yeah.
they've got 3 fingers. On the back feet, they've got a stumpy little thumb that's really just flesh. Then these 2 fingers have been fused together over the years. So it's 1 fat finger, but it's got 2 long claws out of it.
Are they on the ground? He looks like a moody teenager stomping off because he got told no.
Tastes like honey, call me hurricane. Waking up to the sun when I'm out again. I didn't let it shake me when the pieces fell out of place. Unlock the giants, I'm too young for dying. I fight with defiance, all defeated when I'm flying, flying. Fitting when I'm flying, flying. Someday never comes, road trips and shotguns, sunshine on my skin.
They just look like they're having a whale of a time.
Yeah, jumping of mind. I don't wanna sound selfish, but I'm not coming back. The highs of your touch like vertigo. It's a fight or flight rush, no way to take it slow. Got me feeling like I could breathe in space. In space. Someday never comes. Road trips and shotgun. Soldier on my skin. Smile is kicking in. Rider in the air. Jumping everywhere. Endless nights. 'Cause summer's on my mind.
It's amazing.
Am I gonna die? Oh my god!
Soldier on my skin. Smile is kicking in. Rider in the air. Jumping everywhere. Endless nights. 'Cause summer's on my mind.
Hi vlog. Oh god. Hi vlog.
Bit of an argy-bargy. Oh my god. That was perfect. That was a little poser. Oh, oh, another one's coming out. I think. This one. Hey, I see his head, look. Look at his head. I mean, maybe he feels like and I got it all on camera. Oh my god. I feel like that's that one guy that's like, act as if there's always a camera on you. And there we go. So our next stop is over there. We gotta go down here. All the way down there. I guess we better get moving. Geology, history, did it without dying. She's so cute. What a shame.
You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good. I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand, but I get too shy. Just me and you. What should I do? I used to be so quiet, like a flower on your wall, and everything around you made me feel like I was small. But then you said my name. Now it feels so strange. I've been waiting, oh so patient. Now the colors on my room are changing. Oh God, this feels amazing. Starting now with you, and I don't mind. You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good. I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand, but I get too shy. Just me and you. What should I do? You give me butterflies. Oh, what a surprise. The thought of your kiss as the people walk by. I'm just dying to ask, wouldn't hurt to try. Just me and you. What should I do? I hope you hit me back, 'cause I can't wait to see you. Everything's a vibe, the both of us. Who knew how fast things became? Now it feels so great. I've been waiting, oh so patient. Now the colors on my room are changing. Oh God, this feels amazing. Starting now with you, and I don't mind. You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good. I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand, but I get too shy. Just me and you. What should I do? You give me butterflies. Oh, what a surprise. The thought of your kiss as the people walk by. I'm just dying to ask, wouldn't hurt to try. Just me and you. What should I do? Day and night I'm missing you. Keep running around my head, just dreaming every possibility. Oh, think about a moment where I'm lying next to you. It's like a fantasy. You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good.
Help. I'm trapped. I'm never gonna escape.
Trapped.
Look, there's no room. I can't move. Leave me here to die.
Never.
Okay. I love my hair. Cool rocks. Yeah. You like the rocks? Yeah. And a rock.